Gotta Be Real movie reviews with Thommi.
That's me.
And Jules.
That's right.
And right now we're reviewing Judas and the Black Messiah.
Ooh-wee! They lit it up on this one.
Yeah, they
lit
did.
it up.
Yeah, they did.
Let's talk about it.
All right, so Judas and the Black Messiah is another movie that can be found on HBO Max as well as movie theaters. So if you don't have that subscription, you might want to go ahead and just show them, was it $10?
Yeah, roughly. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I have HBO, so
HBO Max, I do too.
If you have HBO, then you automatically have HBO Max. So just go ahead and tune into that. It's rated R, and it has tons of black star power. Let's go ahead and run this list.
Run it down. I am ready.
All right. So we have Daniel Kaluuya.
Pow, from Get Out. That's him. That's our Get Out dude.
Black Panther.
Yes. He's all over the scene right now.
Yes,
young guy.
Yes,
okay, killing it. All right.
Making his mark.
Okay.
Lakeith Stanfield.
Lakeith is just the it guy. Is he like in every movie lately? He's turned into a Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
Lakeith is on fire. He
Bravo.
is killing the silver screen, and he does so many different characters.
Yeah.
He does. Good. Ooh, Lakeith.
Great job, Lakeith.
All right.
Jesse Plemons. You might not recognize his name, but you will recognize his face. He plays bad guys like he could play the bad guy. His face looks either really bad or he could probably play like a really innocent guy.
Versatile. Very versatile.
He plays Roy Mitchell, the FBI agent.
And you know what his face reminds me of? I'm telling you, I've seen him in a lot of movies that were like racial conflicts. He has one of those 60 faces that just reminds me of 60s. But he's a good actor. I've seen him in so much stuff and just now realizing what his name is. But he's a good actor. He's a good actor.
Yeah, he just looked like he could be a
He
bad
look
cop.
like, yeah, he does. And he is.
Sorry, Jesse.
Yeah.
Dominique Fishback. She was just in Project Power. I didn't even realize she was in The Hate You Give, which is showing on regular TV now. So
that
if you
movie
haven't
is really
checked it out, you can check it out. She's in that too.
It's right here with that movie.
She is a great young actress, young up and coming. You'll be seeing more of her in the future, I'm sure. Ashton Sanders. He was in Moonlight, and I really remember him from Equalizer 2.
I remember him. He was Chiron when I watched Moonlight. Every time I see him, I'm like, that's Chiron.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a good actor.
I mean, I remember him being Chiron for Moonlight, but the first thing that comes to my mind is Equalizer. So
he's been in quite a few movies lately. He's blown up.
Yeah.
Does a great job too.
Algie Smith. AKA Ralph Tresvant. You will always be Ralph Tresvant, dude. I'm sorry, but you will.
As soon as I seen his face, I was like, hold up, ain't he? Oh, wait, no, he was playing Ralph Tresvant in the New Edition series, which was really good, by the way. If you haven't seen that, you should watch it. Yes.
Yeah, watch it.
But he did it. He was also in some other movie where he played a musical artist.
Well, he was in the Bobby Brown movie playing Ralph, too. They just kept it going.
He's got that look.
You Ralph. You Ralph. I was like, what's Ralph Tresvant doing?
Yeah, you realize you're thinking about the
Darrell Britt Gibson. He plays Bobby Rush, but you might also recognize him from Power, The Wire. He was in and helped write and I think direct 3 Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri.
I love that movie.
Right? You like that 3 Billboards one?
What was that?
You like the 3 Billboards one?
Yes, I love that movie. I love Frances McDormand's acting in that movie. It was so good. As a matter of fact, did she win? Some award for that?
It won lots of awards.
I liked it.
I liked her acting. I didn't really like the movie. Like, that movie made me want to just...
Very realistic, though. I mean, but Frances McDormand is the...
It was too slow and just like... And the name is too long.
I know. It's saying that over and over. 3 Billboards Outside. It is long.
I can't with that movie. I watched like part of it. I started fast forward and I'm like, this is just too...
I couldn't wait to see it when I seen it previous. But okay.
No, it's not for me. But that's why we're doing this, because we have different opinions. Martin Sheen. Talk about star power. He plays J. Edgar Hoover. Like, we say more about what he's been in. No. Because he's been in way too much.
His whole career, he's been fantastic and lucrative. So, yeah.
And then lastly, but not least, but he just had a really small role in this, Lil Rel Howery.
Did he get out too?
Howery. That is a tongue twister. I'm sorry for mangling your name, sir.
But he's hilarious. Is he a comedian?
Yes, he is.
He's so freaking hilarious.
I saw him when he came here in a comedy show. So I saw you. I paid to see you. So I apologize for mangling your name, but I support you, okay?
We've seen him in quite a few things lately, too. I mean, he's one of those people that reminds me kind of like Will Ferrell. Like, anything they say is just freaking funny because they have this whole demeanor about him. But I love him.
I loved him the most in Get Out.
When he went and saved his boy.
The TSA agent. Because he's just like what I was thinking the whole time. Like, dude, he kept trying to tell his friend, don't go there.
Something ain't right.
Leave, get out. Then he showed up for his boy. Like, I wanted to stand up and
clap. Like, that's your brother.
We were clapping. But
he came up like, that is your brother for life, the way he rolled up and saved him.
Everybody needs a friend like that in their life.
At least one.
Yes. So, let's get back to Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yeah.
This is the story of Fred Hampton. It's based on the real life story of Fred Hampton. He was the chairman of the Illinois Black Panther Party, and this was about his faithful betrayal by Bill O'Neill, who's played by Lakeith Stanfield. So it was really interesting. I didn't really know the story of Fred Hampton before this, so I was enthralled. I thought it was pretty crazy. I mean, I didn't even realize how young they were when I
didn't realize he was only 21. I'm like, oh my, that boy has some fire in him.
He was only 21, and he did a lot for his community, making sure that the children had breakfast,
food, and trying to police the neighborhood from the cops who were going in just shooting people and harassing them,
bringing everybody together. The gangs, the poor white folk in their neighborhood.
He was trying to bring everybody together. I mean, this guy was really trying to protect their neighborhood and do the right thing for his people. He even reached out, like you said, to another organization of black guys. Hey, here's what we can get done. We need to get together because we can do this together, but we ain't. And the fact that Daniel, he didn't just play Fred Hampton, he became him. I mean, his whole mannerism, his regional dialect, down pat. Daniel, this is Oscar.
And what's really even more than that is he's British and he's doing his American accent so spot on.
And I don't think people realize that.
Yeah, you don't even think about, this guy really talks with a British accent in real life, and he's doing this accent like he was American.
Good. He lit it up in this one.
Yeah, so he was only 21, but Bill O'Neill was only 17 at the time.
And
so he's even younger.
Let's talk about him.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Benedict. How selfish was it for him, and you see some of this, we're not going to give it away, for him to be a traitor to his own people, for the people that don't care if he's dead, that'll walk by and shoot him. How dare he?
You know what's funny? I was just watching like this hip hop show that comes on now. I can't think of the name, but, and I'm sorry for that. It comes on, I believe, FX now. It's a new show. And Snoop was talking about how he has friends in jail that didn't even do the crime, but because they didn't snitch, they've been in jail for over 30 years. This guy was going to do, they kept telling him 6 years.
Yeah, 6.
And the devastation that he brought on the community alone.
The trickle-down effect was awful.
It was horrible.
And he acted like he didn't really care. Didn't he say in one of his interviews that he didn't feel he had any obligation to the Black Panther Party? Boy, what? What?
Yep.
How selfish and, ignorant. Like, he took the hammer down. Because of him, the hammer came down. And that he just ruined a whole genre of people that were trying to do something. Yeah. And it came from our own brother.
But this movie kind of makes you sympathize towards his character. And it kind of has you rooting for him for a while.
Like, I didn't like him.
And then at the end, you're like, oh, what was I thinking? Why was I rooting for this guy? He is...
You know why? Because sometimes when we see a villain or the bad guy and we start seeing personal things in their life, it makes you start feeling empathy for him for a little while when you know you probably shouldn't because he's a dirty dude.
When they introduced him to us, like, his first character we saw, so we were like, well, okay, well, he's our guy. We're going to be empathetic because I didn't know the story.
Right.
So I'm just thinking, okay, this is sad what they're doing to him. They're railroading him. I'm empathetic. And then you start seeing more stuff happening. You're like, oh, he should have done that. He should have done that.
Then you kind of like it, but you don't again.
Yeah.
And he only did one interview about his betrayal.
Yeah.
To the Black Panther Party.
He did that interview in 1990, January 15th, 1990.
And then what happened after that?
He died. They said it was suicide, but his family is saying no, it wasn't a suicide. But they also said he tried to attempt suicide before that. It says here, Bill O'Neill, who sold out Fred Hampton to the FBI, was found dead on January 15, 1990 in a car crash on Interstate 290. He was 40 years old. Though his death was ruled a suicide, his wife claimed that it was accidental. O'Neill tried another suicide attempt before that crash, where he was stopped from jumping out of a second-story window, though his uncle claimed that he was filled with guilt for working with the FBI.
2 stories, stop it. He know good and well he was not going to die after 2 stories. Stop it. Right. I honestly think, this is my personal opinion, just based on what I know, I think he was trying to gain some sympathy. But I believe he did, and maybe felt a little bit bad about a little bit. And maybe he was trying to gain some sympathy. You're not jumping off 2 stories.
Well, you can die. Like, if he was diving, then he could have broke his neck, and then he no.
Way chance. No. Okay. I think he was faking the funk.
Well, he also claimed in several interviews that he had no allegiance to the Black
Panther
Party.
What's I'm saying. That's what are you talking about? You don't have any allegiance.
And he stayed in it for years.
He was snitching, cold snitching.
Yeah.
Yeah, I left the movie not happy with him at all.
Yeah.
Not happy with his character.
Well, look, he said at first he didn't even want to play the character. He was like, F that. I don't play this guy.
Not as I know him.
They had to convince him to play the guy.
And this movie, when it starts at the end, you're going to see some real footage.
Yes.
Very good footage. I love seeing real footage.
I love seeing real footage. And also they also put up facts. Mm-hmm. They print out facts.
Mm-hmm. So facts about the movie.
Yeah.
So how many, for this one, how many clappers are you going to give this? I am personally giving it 4. I think Daniel Kaluuya just knocked it all the way out the park. They did a good job with how the Black Panther Party worked and some of the key characters. Yeah, I'm giving this a 4 clappers.
I'm giving it 4 as well, but the only thing I have a problem with, and this is because the only thing I have a problem with is I have surround sound. And I'm talking like the little speakers too. And whenever there was gunshots or music, it went way, way, way too loud.
Like the levels
were off. The levels were off. The talking was very low. Like I had to put on the captions. I had to keep turning it up, down, because the gunshots, loud though. And the music was booming loud, but the talking was too low. They needed to level that out.
See, I don't have surround sound, so I actually didn't hear any of that. But I understand what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
it's way too different.
Now, as far as the violence in here, a lot of it's gunfire, some fighting. I think your teenagers will be okay. Actually, I think this is a fantastic movie for learning moral lessons. This is part of our history. If your kids don't already know about it, your older kids, it's okay to watch this with them. Let them know. This is a factual movie. Mm-hmm. And it's something you need to see when it comes to our history and things that happen. It's stuff we need to know about. Black Panther Party was like a pertinent to the culture.
Right.
Even though they got
with older kids. Mm-hmm. Younger kids, you might want to watch it first because it is pretty violent. Yes, it's real.
They might not get the whole thing. No, not
they
little
might not
kids.
Get it. They might not. They might have nightmares about is this gonna happen to me kind of thing. I don't know.
It's sad. It was a sad thing. So so I'm gonna say full price, absolutely. If you go to the movies and see it, absolutely. Or like I said, you can get HBO Max and watch it. Make it a family. Make it a family thing, a family affair.
Yep. But we both gave it 4 out of 5 clappers.
Yes, 4 out of 5 clappers. So thank you for tuning in. Don't forget, we are on Facebook, we are on YouTube, we are on Instagram.
And wait a second though. We gained more subscribers, so thank you to our new subscribers. Please continue to subscribe. Please continue to share our videos. Please continue to like and comment on our videos because that's what helps us grow. That's what helps us keep this going, because if we don't see any progress, then why are we even doing it? Even
if you don't disagree with us, tell us. Come on, tell us what you want. If you want to see something, let us know. New, old, classic, whatever. But interact with us. We're here for you. So come through.
And thank you.
Thank you. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Like and subscribe, and we will see you back soon. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.